Welcome to the girls' special holiday edition. Today we are with the Valenti family. We're wishing us Merry Christmas. We're gonna cook and eat a traditional Italian meal from Italy with love. Mr. and Mrs. Valenti.
Buon Natale. Buon Natale, and the Valenti family.
Merry Christmas.
And what he's saying is Merry Christmas from the Valenti family. And we're going to be showing you an Italian tradition of the 7 fishes of Italy, which is an Italian tradition that is done Christmas Eve throughout Italy and in America with Italian-American families.
All right, well, first we have his lovely wife, Mrs. Valenti, who is, these people were born in Italy, right?
Yeah, that's my mother.
This is your mom, and this is Vito, if he looks familiar. Vito Valenti from Vito's Coal Fire Pizza and Restaurant. And of course, Mom and Dad have been here cooking all day long, preparing this feast for us. This is a labor of love.
We're gonna prepare, we're gonna cook, we're gonna eat, we're gonna drink. That's what the Italians do. And Jasmine isn't here because she's on a special assignment today, so we'll be seeing her later on in the show. But thank you, I wanted to say thank you so much for inviting us down. This means a lot to our family as the Lasantes.
Well, we brought something special. We brought our appetites.
We're good. We got plenty of food, so.
And we're very excited to see how you prepare all of these dishes.
It seems like our family is Italian too, but each Italian family I speak with, they say, well, we don't make that fish. We make this fish. We make that fish. So do you know where that comes from?
Well, the 7 fishes is a tradition in Italy, but it's not recognized in all of Italy. The northern Italians do not recognize it at all. So it's from the middle of Italy and down to southern Italy. And the 7 fishes, there's many stories of where it came from. Some think it's the 7 sacraments. There's another reasoning for it. Some think it's the 7 sins. I don't know if they think people are thieves. And then the 7 sins.
I don't know if we should name all those sins on the girls, but we know whatever.
Everybody has their own 7 sins.
But that's the one theory is the 7 sins. And then another is that it took Mary and Joseph 7 days to travel to Bethlehem to have Jesus Christ. So there are many theories. None has been ever proven and probably never will. There are some regions in Italy that do up to 21 fishes.
Wow, so they cover all the bases.
They covered all the bases.
And then the different fishes, are they significant of an area that they fish from?
Like if you're from the northern part of Italy, middle to southern part, just like here in the United States, you have the Northeast, you have the Southwest, you have the South. Every region has their own little twist on the do. Like we did a calamari, but we did a breaded calamari and we fried it. Some we may do a calamari salad. So
now which region of Italy?
We're from Sicily, which is the tiny island at the bottom, getting kicked by the boot.
Down in the boot.
Yes, we're down in the boot.
No matter what dishes that you are making, we're concentrating on traditions for the holiday season. And no matter if you're making the 7 dishes, if you're looking for religious reasons, it's really a time that family get together with family and friends and tradition. That's the meaning of the holiday.
It's just for family get-togethers and that's a huge part in Italy.
And the Italians don't need a big excuse to get together. We want them on.
An excuse to eat, drink, or party, right?
And over in Italy, everybody lives in the same towns, and they may have it at one cousin's house, and there might be 30 or 40 people attending. I mean, sometimes we're in America and we're all busy working and we don't get together with families much, but that means a lot to them, and they love to get together.
Let's talk about our traditions as you tell us about your dishes. So we want to get to all this hard work that you did, Papa.
What is the first dish we're going to see tonight?
Okay, the first dish that we've prepared is a pasta with squingili. And pasta is the pasta is with a squingili, which squingili is a squid or an octopus family, and we've done it in a garlic, olive oil, and tomato sauce, and mixed it with pasta.
And again, talking about making these dishes, and I remember my grandmother, you know, she's passed away, but she would make like 7 pounds of pasta for 4 people, or 15 pounds of pasta so again.
Yep. And pasta is a main staple in Italy, and people when they make it, pounds and pounds. They would have literally dishes that were bucket size.
And your parents speak mainly Italian.
They speak Italian, very broken English, so.
But you understand what we're saying, and everyone understands the language of food.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! So what is in your pasta?
This is the squingili, which is a squid. But it's very tasty. It's tender. It's meaty. It's almost like if you ate a clam sauce.
All right, now you said squingili. What is squingili?
It's a squid.
A squid.
Squid.
Okay.
Yes,
Where is this my spoon? Oh, I'm sorry. Is this for
some
me?
of that, and we'll be spooning that out in a later episode.
This is dish one. Now, would you serve this first?
Yes, we would.
The pasta is like the salad of an Italian tradition, right? We just scoop that up.
And we also have an octopus salad, which we.
The octopus salad, which is one of my favorites. And how is this prepared? This is the blanched octopus. Now, this is definitely. Tell me, Papa.
Seafood salad.
It's with the salad, the seafood salad. And in here we have.
You get octopus. We have shrimp, celery, some onions, and seasoned with olive oil and a little bit of vinegar.
Okay, now
And
this is the tentacle, and this is what people refer to as the horns. The horns. Supposed to eat the horns for good luck.
Yes.
Now the good luck and to get rid of overlook. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the horns. We always make sure we have a lot of these, don't we?
And these could be your starters here when you're starting your Italian feast.
All right, that's dish 2. We're on what's to dish 3 with the fishies.
Next, we're going to have some smelts.
We have to fry the smelts.
Yep, and they fried some smelts off. And smelts are in the anchovy family. They're larger. They're basically a larger version of an anchovy. And what they're done is the head is cut off, and they're dipped in flour, and they're fried in olive oil.
Do they have a bone in?
And they have a bone in, and they eat them with the bone and everything.
Oh, so it's because it's look at this, skin and bones.
Yep.
Oh gosh, Pop, this looks great. I'm gonna steal one.
Okay. And here we have the smelts, and they're actually very tasty. They're traditionally salty themselves, so there's nothing else to add to them. And you can see here, this is a smelt, and with the head chopped off, and it is gutted in the center that there is no intestine. It's just the bones, but the bones are so flat. It's like eating a soft shell crab, so everything goes down. And this is another very much traditional Italian feast here. And sometimes what they do is they'll squirt a little lemon over that to add.
Now you mean to tell me, all the years my mother had me cleaning smelts and picking the bone out, I didn't have
Not necessary.
Oh, am I ever glad I'm going to make 3 or 4 pounds of smelts this year. Okay, well stay with us because when we come back, there'll be more Italian food.
Welcome back. You know, I'm the taste tester here because Jasmine couldn't be with us, but we're talking about the Italian traditions.
Italian traditions, Christmas Eve dinner, and Janine's tasting while we're busy cooking. I'm trying to get recipes.
You're not cooking, you're talking.
No. In my mind, I'm cooking. I'm listening to the recipes, and I'm trying to fine-tune what we do. But while we were gone, you whipped up some other dishes. So why don't we get on to the rest of the dishes, Vito, if you'd like to explain what Mr. and Mrs. Valenti, your parents, have been preparing here for your Christmas Eve feast, if you just joined us. We're 3 fishes through the 7. What is the fourth fish?
One. All right, another fish we have here is, usually like to do a white fish. So we have here a sea bass, a traditional sea bass. And that is just floured and fried in olive oil and seasoned lightly with some seasonings. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's a great fish, great texture, awesome to have.
Now, a lot of people stay away from sea bass because they don't know how to prepare it.
Yeah.
Some people say it's like a little moist for them.
Yeah,
so how long would you cook something like that?
Well, you have to get the frying pan really hot and really get it, yes, and really once you give it 4 to 5 minutes on each side, maybe if you had like a flounder or something, it'd only be literally a minute and a half on each side. So it's more.
Some people don't do this kind of fish, but they'll do like a salmon.
Right, so you have to cook it thoroughly too. If you don't, it's very rubbery, it's gummy.
Okay, and what kind of coating do you have on this?
Just some flour, and we just ended up putting some seasonings over that with some roasted peppers.
With egg?
No, just flour and some seasonings, and just there was no egg batter with this one here.
Oh, because I'm noticing even with the smelts, there's no batter. Is it just flour?
It's just
with
flour.
the natural juice of the fish.
Exactly.
Ah, see, I did learn
and then
something.
you get the real flavor of the fish.
And they're just to go back to the smelts. We do our smelts a little different. We do we cut them in half and then we make them.
Cut them. We get them flat, take the bone out, and then there's a batter that we make with the flour, baking soda, whatever. And
Well, that's why you're here today to get all updated on your Italian seafood.
something's fishy.
Yes.
Now this doesn't look familiar. This look familiar. What's this?
This is called bacala.
Oh, bacala, but we do it
Bacala.
different. We do it in the red sauce.
Yes, it could. Again, going back to what we talked before, each region could do it like you say. You remember from your grandmother done a little bit differently. We in Sicily here before. This is a dry cod, and actually, when you get the cod in, it's like shoe leather. It's dry, cardboard. And actually, my father soaked it in water for 3 days.
Wow.
But each day he would rinse it, take out the water because it's cured by salt, and he would soak it in water for 3 days. But each day he would then put it in another fresh water to 3 days, and then it becomes pliable again. And then what they do is they flour this again. It's just floured, and then it's done fried in olive oil, and it's done with sautéed onions and green olives. And the fish. This is my favorite Italian fish. That is absolutely. Most people won't. If you ever tell them you're eating bacala, they have no idea what you're talking. And you might drink a dry cod as. Yes, you may. But it is my absolute. Yeah.
I don't want to be.
Well, I remember as a kid going into some of the old Italian corner stores, and they'd have a big wooden box with the dry fish in, the bacala, and it would make the store even smell like really fishy. And then we would buy the fish, take it home, and we would soak it for the 3 days, like you said. Keep changing the water.
Janine left with that bacala. That's mine. You got to come back with that.
So, but as a kid now, some of the kids now, as we've grown and the families get bigger, and now, of course, you come from Italy, then you're second generation. You were born in Italy too?
I was born in Italy, yes. Came over when I was 3 years old.
You came here when you were 3, so your family was raising you here. As kids, when you had these dishes on the table, did you eat everything, or were there some things where you were like,
Nope. As a kid, we dug in.
We didn't eat anything. I remember sitting at a table being, my God.
No, we ate everything.
she ate?
Pasta.
Yeah, they had the aglio.
Well, and for Easter, not to get off track, but Easter's, some of the stuff he would do is pig's feet.
Oh, that's another show.
That's another show, but that is something they do at Easter that they do in Sicily. They do pig's feet and something like that.
Well, we do the bacala. We would have the big pot. Nanny always had the big pot with the tomato sauce, right? And
Ours was more of a soup kind of thing, a stew, but not the pieces were
never touched it. Didn't touch it.
It had a little potato in.
It's his.
Right.
That's amazing.
But different people, as you said, in different areas, they'll prepare the same fishes, but they do them different. Everybody cooks differently.
Like we talked about before, each region, and even if you're, like we're from Sicily, from northern to southern Sicily, people will prepare dishes differently. From town to town, they will prepare things differently.
Even the seasonings, I'm sure your father, they have different seasonings where they grew up, maybe who's using rosemary, basil, so the different seasonings.
The next fish, and you had this at your restaurant, which is always my favorite appetizer.
This is just a traditional calamari. It's just, again, in flour and fried up in olive oil. And it's just your traditional calamari. And usually we have marinara sauce to dip it with. And it's awesome. And some people, like we talk about different regions that they do different things. Some do a calamari salad. similar to what we did our octopus salad.
And you usually have a sauce with this. I know at
Yes,
the restaurant you
yeah.
have, do you make, it's like a spicy?
We do it on an orange ginger sauce with cherry peppers. So we give you that spicy and sweet.
I like the spicy. So I'll go around and eat all the cherry peppers off of.
Papa went and got some olives. Yay, Pop.
These are black, the dried black olives. They're mine. Yeah. And the last fish we have here is just a clams, which is clams casino, stuffed clams, and that's stuffed with breadcrumbs, onions, peppers, and a little bit of sausage. And
Now that's something we don't do. We never did the clams.
but again, Janine, anybody can do. You could do steamed clams and variations. We've at my house, the one Christmas Eve, we did lobster tails. That's what we were in the mood for. We did lobster tails and crab cakes as part of it. So the tradition is that you have seafood to bring in, and just like I think they do in this region where they do pork and sauerkraut, they wish people. They think it's good luck. I think some of it has to do that they feel like it may have started with what the reasons I said, the 7 sacraments of the Catholic Church, or the 7 sins, or the 7 days it took Mary and Joseph to get to Bethlehem. But now people feel it's a tradition, or they bring it in that if they don't have it, they may not have good luck that following year.
Let me ask you, now that we talked about the dishes, let's talk about the fun part. What is your favorite dish, and what do you like to, what's your favorite dish to make, and what's your favorite dish to eat?
To make none. It's a lot of work. And bacala is my favorite.
Ask him for me be my translator because your father speaks a broken English, but still, could you ask him what his favorite?
Before the bacala.
It's the bacala. Wait, so I should have left the room with the bacala when I left before. How many days preparation does it take?
3 days.
3 days.
3 to 4 days to prepare all the stuff to get
3 to 4 days to prepare all of this of what you're.
Seafood, the salad, I love it.
I know, right?
Seafood, the salad, I love it.
Definitely, we're gonna have to
Except
manja
for the salad,
manj,
he
right?
loves that. That's
Manja manja.
Oh, you don't like the salad?
We'll
I'll
be
take care of
fighting.
it.
He loves the salad.
Oh, he loves the salad. Okay, and Mama?
Mama likes everything.
Yeah.
They get pasta too, I love it.
And he's your traditional Italian. He must eat pasta with everything.
Let me ask you, do you try, like when your pasta is boiling, and you know the Italian tradition of throwing the pasta in the refrigerator, and if it sticks, then it's done. If it doesn't stick, it's not quite there yet.
That's for you amateurs. He's a pro. He does not need to do that.
A pinch of this, a pinch of that.
He knows by look and feel when that pasta is just right.
And as you noticed, we asked what his favorite dish was. He said the bacala. Then he stepped forward with another one because, you know, Italians, we like to eat. Stay with us when we come back. That's what we're going to eat. Manja manja time. We'll be right back.
Okay.
And my favorite time is when we actually sit down to eat. You start pouring the wine for Mama over here, and we have the red wine, the white wine, and we're lighting the candles, Kelly. You were lighting the bayberry candles, and they're for good luck. In our tradition, anyhow, if someone gives you bayberry candles, you light them and put them on your table for Christmas Eve, and they must burn from top to bottom. You cannot blow them out. And all the little kids, when we were growing up, would go over and we'd be putting their hands over their mouth and saying, no, no, don't blow the candles. It's not a birthday candle, but it's supposed to bring good luck to your family. It's wealth and health and money in your pocket when you burn it from the top to the socket. So we lit the bayberry candles. They're made from real crushed bayberries. So good luck and to everybody here. And before we eat, let's have the salute. Salute.
You got to look each other in the eye for it to count.
Especially to Papa and Mama. They made this delicious food.
So now you're
ready to eat. So when you would have your traditional meals, you know, what are some of the things that you remember? I know for us it was sitting around a big table, and you know the Italians talk real loud, so it'd be screaming and yelling and tossing and cursing going on.
All right, you want to start passing some food around? We're hungry.
Stealing the food.
Oh, that Clams Casino. Now, these are good. Now, we don't have these, but they look absolutely fabulous. We'll pass around. We get a little taste of everything, and then we go back and we find out. Thank you very much. So, Vito, when you're here now that you're an adult, do you come over and help with the dinner because you have that wonderful restaurant? You do cooking all the time. So do you leave the cooking to Mom and Dad?
No, I must not lie. No, I do not. I'm busy working, and either my wife helps with the dinner or my parents help.
Right, and want to introduce the other two people who've joined us at the table, along with my husband, Sammy, in the red sweater over there.
Hey, you look kind of familiar.
Well, you know, we needed to make sure that somebody would manja, you know? So why don't you introduce your family?
This is my wife, Kelly. Hello. And my mother-in-law, Peg Conroy.
And of course, how many children do you have?
We have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl.
Oh, and their names? Of course, we met little Vito on the previous show.
Philip, who's 21, Gabriella, who's 20, and we have Vito Jr., who is 12 years old.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So they're a handful.
And that's a man's greatest wealth, his family.
Does Santa Claus come for the kids Christmas Eve from everybody else, or how do you do it?
Christmas Eve, it's from the grandparents Christmas Eve, and then at home Christmas Day. Did you get bacala?
Oh, sorry.
And now, is Kelly Italian also, Vito?
Kelly is Irish.
So when Kelly makes a Christmas Eve.
But she's half Italian now, though.
Well, she is now.
Yeah,
She is now. And I guess
3 kids after,
3 kids were Italian, right?
Right.
Once you're Italian, everybody's Italian.
That's it.
Right.
My family go up.
Do you ever try any new dishes, or do you always stick with the same 7 fishes?
No, we do different ones at times, too.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, the one year we did some lobster tails and crab cakes. And we just wanted to do more American Italian.
American Italian.
yeah.
And everything
And
you make
people-
is delicious, though.
A lot of people, like in New York, Italian Americans from New York, a lot of them will do red clam sauce. Or it's really whatever you want to make of it. It's more, I think, of the family just gathering together and having this moment. This is more special than the food can ever be.
I see your dad got the memo that I like calamari because we have the big bowl. And, you know, I'm hoping that nobody's eating any because I'm planning on taking this home with me. So I can just have it.
Here.
And then I guess we have to bring Jasmine a little doggy bag. Jasmine couldn't join us today because she's on a special assignment, but I know the last time we were to your restaurant, she loved the calamari. She had never eaten them. And she was like thinking, oh my God, not my doggy, my little girl, Jasmine, the other girl from the girls that you watch all the time. You were telling me. Tell us about the girls.
Just a watch.
You watch us all the time. And just to watch it, just watch it. She watches us all the time, God bless. And when we were at your restaurant for one of the shows, of course, you had all the different Italian dishes.
You have in the tape. I put in the tape.
She's going to tape the show.
And you talking about my son Vito with the pizza. And you make pizza with your daughter and they get a blend together.
Oh, so she has the tape of that.
You have in the tape.
Yeah.
I put on the tape.
She has a tape. So how many times a day do you watch it? At least once a day, right?
In the nighttime when I'm not sleep, I go in the extra room, I have the TV, put on the table.
So when you can't sleep at night, you go in the other room, you put our tape on, we put her to sleep. There you go. We either entertain you or we put you to sleep.
My mom watches you a lot. You put her right to sleep.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
And I want to be introducing the Vito Valenti show starting right before Sam Lassan's show.
He wants his own show.
Yes, and that'll be starting in January.
Sammy, what I'm surprised about is that when you're with someone else that they actually could get a word in, and I think you met your match there with Vito, because Vito gives you a run for your money. Although I have a hint for you, anybody who's watching who knows Sammy, Sammy doesn't talk while he's eating, so that's our chance.
I have a leg up there right now.
Every time when I was dating Sammy, he would come to our house, he'd have dinner with his parents at 12, he'd go over to the neighbor's house and have dinner at 1 o'clock, and then he'd come to my house, we were dating, and my parents always ate around 3, 4 o'clock, so he'd come in and he'd sit down to eat just to be sociable, but my mother always had the meatballs ready to shove him as soon as he came in, because my dad would say, oh, God bless Sammy, but could he talk? But he doesn't talk when he eats. So my mother's job was to keep him fed. Keep giving him the food. Keep giving him the food.
Well, our secret is we don't mic him. We don't put a microphone on, so you can't hear him if he is sucking. We thank you so much for cooking for us and to inviting us into your family and to share this.
Thank you for having us as part of your family. We love being part of your family. Also, it's a great joy for us.
So we'll be here on Christmas Eve.
All right, so from the girls and from our family, the Vito Valenti family, the Lestand family, and everybody at Samson Productions, we wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year.
Buon Natale. Buon Natale.
I don't like doing the dishes anyways. Thanks, Vito.